I'm Bill Boner, and this is bad news. Donald Trump is infected with COVID-19, and the only thing he's covering is his ass. Bad news! The White House is now a coronavirus hot zone, and Donald Trump is patient zero remorse. The president announced he was infected last Friday morning, and so far at least 34 people connected to the White House have tested positive, including senior advisor and co-star of What We Do in the Shadows, Stephen Miller. That afternoon, Trump was airlifted to Walter Reed Medical Center, where his personal physician, Sean Conley, dodged reporters' questions on the exact state of the president's health.
What was his fever when he had one, sir?
I'd rather not give any specific numbers.
What was the date of the president's last negative test?
I'm not going to get into all the testing.
He has not received any supplemental oxygen?
He's not on oxygen right now, that's right.
Has he ever been on supplemental oxygen?
Right now, he is not on
I understand.
oxygen.
I know you keep saying
That's
right now, but should we read into the fact that he had been previously?
Yesterday and today, he was not on oxygen.
So he has not been on it during his COVID treatment?
He's not on oxygen right now.
What kind of doctor answers questions like that? Hey doc, do I have herpes? No, you definitely don't have an outbreak right now. On Saturday, Dr. Conley, whose name sounds like a comic book supervillain whose power is bullshit, admitted that Trump had been given oxygen and explained to reporters why he was so evasive the day before.
I was trying to reflect the upbeat attitude that the team, the president, that his course of illness has had, and in doing so, it came off that we were trying to hide something, which wasn't necessarily true.
Who's this guy getting his talking points from? Donald Trump?
Okay, maybe it came off like we have the most COVID deaths on Earth, but that's not necessarily true.
Conley also revealed that Trump was prescribed the powerful steroid dexamethasone, which can cause side effects such as mania, psychosis, and shrunken testicles. Great. How are we supposed to know when that kicks in?
We so often get this from the president's Twitter, and today is no different. He says, I will be leaving the Great Walter Reed Medical Center today at 6:30 p.m., feeling really good. Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life. We have developed under the Trump administration some really great drugs and knowledge. I feel better than I did 20 years ago.
Yeah, I bet you do. So did Lance Armstrong. For his return to the White House, Trump produced a cinematic trailer for America's downfall, showing the president marching up the White House steps, triumphantly tearing off his mask, then gasping for air. I honestly couldn't tell whether he was struggling to breathe or showing off his lung capacity.
Nobody has lungs like these, folks. I'm one of the greatest breathers of the world.
After walking through a crowd of White House staff without a mask, Trump released another video sharing his personal experience of just how dangerous the virus can be.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you.
Because Daddy Don gets jealous whenever his subs play with other Doms.
We have the best medicines, all developed recently, and you're going to beat it. I didn't feel so good, and now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. Don't be afraid of it.
After hearing the president's roid rant, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo had this to say.
Don't be afraid of COVID. No, be afraid of COVID. It can kill you.
Trump continued to downplay the coronavirus, despite cases surging in and around the White House. On Wednesday, he released this video from the Rose Garden.
I think this was a blessing from God that I caught it. I heard about this drug. I said, let me take it. It was my suggestion, and it was incredible the way it worked. It's called Regeneron. They're going to say that they're therapeutic, and I guess they are therapeutic. But to me, it wasn't therapeutic. It just made me better. Okay, I call that a cure. You're going to get better. You're going to get better fast, just like I did.
For the love of God, stop talking. Every time you open your mouth, you're spraying America with stupid. Despite Trump's confidence, the Presidential Debate Commission says they want to make next week's debate virtual as a precaution. But Trump said,
safety is for losers.
No, I'm not going to waste my time on a virtual debate. That's not what debating's all about. You sit behind a computer and do a debate. It's ridiculous. And then they cut you off whenever they want. I'd love to do a rally tonight. I wanted to do one last night. But I think I'm better to a point that I feel better than I did, I jokingly said 20 years ago. I feel perfect. There's nothing wrong.
I don't even know what to say to that. And apparently, neither does Joe Biden.
We don't know what the president's going to do. He changes his mind every second. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Aside from highly infectious droplets, Trump may have already exposed thousands of people to the coronavirus, and he still wants to do in-person rallies without masks or social distancing. He wants you to believe there's nothing to be afraid of, but 200,000 people are dead, and if you get sick, all you'll get from him is
good luck.
I'm Bad News Bill Boner. Bad news!